Yes.
All right. Well, no matter what the weather, this is a busy time of year. Parents thinking about summer, regardless of temperatures, because how to keep the kids busy during the summer. I mean, you have basically, 2.5 months, 10 weeks or so. Do you book them full with summer camps? Do you plan family vacations? Do you take them on day outings? We wanted to put the question to Dr. Darcy Walker this morning, who works with children and families as a psychologist at Core Parenting. Welcome, Dr. Walker. Nice to see you.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So which side do you fall on? Book the kids heavily or let them run free in the summer?
The answer is always it depends, right? There's so many factors. I think families have to think about what the family needs. For some families, summer camps are about childcare, and so they don't have as many choices as families that have a parent at home where the child can stay. So figuring out that and then layering that with what the child needs. I think we have to remember that camps are fun and there's so many exciting camps to choose from, but they're also work for kids.
And sometimes expensive.
Right,
Yeah.
and expensive.
Let me ask you, sometimes I think the easy way, often the way it's done is parents map through and they figure out we're going to do this, 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 they sign them up. The kid's not really involved in the process, and I know you believe it's important to involve them in what camps they go to and get them incorporated into the decision making.
Right, especially in Portland, there's so many good camps, and parents go through this frenzy in February, March, and April, where we're picking camps and trying to figure it out, and it's competitive.
Lottery
You
system.
have to be on the line at midnight to get on the first one, and it's crazy. But we forget that, and we're trying to make these magical summers for our kids with all of these great camps. But for the kids, they're transitioning and transitioning and transitioning, and new people and rhythms and camp leaders, and it oftentimes is just too much.
So, Dr. Walker, it isn't. You mentioned summer is actually work. I mean, there's a regiment. You got to be there on time. They have a program. I mean, hopefully it's fun.
Right.
But it sounds to me like it may be important that your kids absolutely have just some downtime.
Downtime, right. When kids are going from camp to camp, oftentimes parents are complaining that they're having tantrums and they're hard to get up in the morning, and the summers are really hard with all of this really big emotion, and what the kids need are just downtime.
I've had the experience, doctor, where my son has said, I don't want to go to camp, but I force him to go to camp, and then I pick him up at the end of the day, and he's had a great time.
And he doesn't want to leave.
So how do you
And then it starts
do that?
over the
I don't
next
want to
day.
go. I don't want to go.
Can't you just
Right.
remind them, hey, remember last time?
Well, how do you talk to them? I mean, how do you broach that subject when they do get afraid to go?
Right. I think we have to be in charge of the rhythm and the balance and making sure that kids have that balance. So understanding what the level the kid needs, how much anxiety it's giving them in general. And so we have to be in charge of that overall structure. And then once we set that in a way that works for the kids, then we can encourage them to face through the anxiety of getting ready.
I started with shorter day camps, like a half-day camp, and then when he did have a good time, extended it out to the full day, and that seemed to solve the problem.
Right. I also really like the idea of families having a kind of a home base camp where it's the same rhythm, the same structure, the same people, and then they can intersperse a few special camps that the kids are involved with choosing. You said oftentimes parents are choosing and not involving the kids, but they get a place in that conversation of picking the special ones that are once a month or something, and then the other camps, if you have to have them in, can be the same camp every week, so that they're not adjusting every single week.